Hello there. Today we're going to take a look at the Lost River Valley Family Campground in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. Come and join me. The Lost River Campground in the White Mountains is about as close as you can get to, say, state forest or national forest without it actually being that rustic. Member of the New Hampshire Campground Owners Association. It is located in the Lost River Valley up in northern New Hampshire, the White Mountains. When you check in, they have a little board where you can pick up your camp information and your tag for your car. To enter the campground, you have to cross over the Lost River, so they have a bridge to do that. As you come into the campground, there are multiple ways you can go. Most people go straight forward, and it loops around into two large loops. And then off of those loops are a couple of other smaller loops, which are pretty much exclusively for tent camping. No electricity or sewer in those exterior loops. Now, we stayed at this campground about 34 years ago, tent camping, and we had a really good time with our young children at the time. It's good to come back and see what it's like today. And they've got new owners that bought the place just 2 years ago, and they're trying to make some improvements. It is a forested campground, a little rustic, and a tent camper's campground. Now, that's not to say that we didn't see plenty of travel trailers here, a lot of pop-up and hybrids, and we did see at least one fifth wheel. But the majority of campsites and the majority of people here were tent camping. They have a large number of camping cabins. This one's called the Raven's Nest. They're various sizes. Some are deluxe, some are rustic. The new owners are making some improvements in the campground. They've got a maintenance barn here. They have a laundry facility, a few washers and 4 dryers, a couple of deep sinks, and a place to fold your laundry. There are 2 bathhouses on site. There are a number of really nice camping sites all over the place here. All the sites are well marked. Campsites are pretty average, though ours was a little tight to get into because of this tree right here. They come with a picnic table and fire ring. Trailer sites come with water and power. Ours had 50 amp, 30 amp, and 20 amp, but not all of them do. Some of them just have the 30 amp and the 20 amp. And some come with a sewer connection as well. There's a dump station right across from the maintenance barn, and as you exit the park, the water comes from 2 giant tanks at the top of the hill. It was exhausting getting up here. It is a beautiful campground. It is rustic and nice for those who want to get out into the raw forest of nature. There's a very nice tree canopy here. The forests are mostly deciduous trees with a lot of low-lying shrubs and a lot of ferns here. It sits on a lot of hills. The roads are dirt, packed dirt with some gravel mixed in, and they are very narrow and very hilly. And some places are very, very steep, so steep that they have to be one way going downhill, not uphill, so that people don't get stuck. The campground sits right on Route 112, which is very busy. It runs from Lincoln all the way across the state to the west side. It's just after you get to the junction of 118, and a little bit beyond the campground is the Lost River Gorge attraction. So the main office has 2 sections. It has the actual office area, and the other side has the store in it. And the store is very nice. It's small, but it has plentiful amount of things, some food items and Coke and camp supplies and little knickknacks and things to buy too. And bait. They sell ice and firewood, and they can fill your propane tanks. Dumpsters are right up by the front office as well. Pets are welcome, dogs particularly, but you do have to clean up with them. You do have to keep them on a leash or under voice command. I did not see any dog cleanup stations. They do have a water wheel here, but apparently it's clogged up. Not turning right now. Activities. Yes, they have a number of activities here. Hey, they have the paddle boats, they have the lake, they have basketball courts, they have a playground, they have a game room. They've got a pool table, various video games, And what every campground needs, air hockey. They have an outdoor ping pong table, and there's a ring toss game for you to do. There are a number of little trails and hills that you can climb and walk around. And don't forget about being able to pick rocks and look for critters in the creeks. There are plenty of little pools where you can splash around and cool down. The water at the Lost River is crystal clear and a little cold. There are a number of nice walkways through here, and it's really nice just to be able to walk the dogs through here. This is actually my son's favorite campground to come to when he's out with his kids. So the only wildlife we saw were a number of little chipmunks running back and forth, a lot of birds in the area, maybe a squirrel or two. No other wildlife to speak of, though they say there are moose around. You are in bear country, so use caution. Were there any cons to this campground? Well, the con that I saw was that it's real close to the highway. So you did have a lot of road noise, a lot of motorcycle noises, and in the morning when they're starting up their motorcycles, you might be able to hear it. There was that noise. But in the back of the campground, it's kind of quieter because it's shielded from the road. The one thing about the playground, it is on the other side of the main highway, so you need to accompany your kids over here. The other thing to note is there were not a lot of sites with sewer availability, but most of them had water and electricity. So, would we come back to this campground again? Absolutely. It's one of our favorite campgrounds, and my son comes back here all the time. So, that's my report for this week. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And we'd ask that you consider subscribing to our channel. If you want to see what's going on in the area around here, check out the rest of our vlog, the Grandstreeters. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see you on the streets.